looking for trucks, you have two different opportunities, okay? There are truck opportunities that are below 150,000 miles, but depending on your payment goals and what you're trying to get out of it, if it's a regular cab, two-wheel drive, if you can get away with extended cab or 4x4, all of those are relevant, to the payment. Like, on the low side and the high side of the payment, obviously your four-door 4x4 is going to produce a higher payment somewhere around 600 to 650, even with $2,000 down payment, right? For that vehicle. If you can get away with an extended cab, you might be able to get away with it cheaper. So it just depends. Yeah, like well, there's 12, sure. Yeah, there's 12 tier levels on how a customer will score. And so if I'm giving you a middle of the range subprime payment, ballpark it. Like if somebody says, I want a 4x4 SUV, I'm not going to tell them I can get that done for 400. It's going to be 450 to 500. If you want a truck, I mean, trucks are major money. Now the other opportunity that you have is going to be the no hassle loan. So that would be the second opportunity, which is a smaller balance for a shorter term. That one usually requires somewhere between 1,500 and $2,000. When you say truck, I usually say $2,000 usually, just because it's, the word truck, the miles are higher, the risk is higher. So the miles are, when you bring the down payment, well, you have a trade, so that could be worth a couple thousand. We'll find out. But that truck can't go over like 13,000 on the whole no hassle. So the no hassle, 13,000, maybe 13,900 if you have a little. Okay, so we're going to go use the other one, right? The other opportunity. Okay, so to get the best payment possible, but forget the no hassle loan, because those are the ones where the miles doesn't matter and you can get a cheaper truck, right? Forget that. So if you're going to go down the other road, find a truck that you could be happy with under 150,000 miles. It's got to be like a 2012, I think. Sure. So why don't you just text me a couple stock numbers? I'll print the application. I can go. Well, what are your payment goals? Trucks are it depends on what you're trying to get. So your best payment is going to be the Ram, FYI. And then you'll probably find the best price with the least amount of miles on that vehicle. There was a Silverado of 14, had really low miles. It was 22,000. That's going to be, see, I'm always hunting the inventory, as well. You want newer than that. Okay, so that's what the problem is with these trucks, is that's still even 22,000. So now we're up to 26,000 probably, to 27. I've never heard of Carnuga, but okay, go ahead. You tell me, saying you owe what? You have a payment on your credit report? I don't care about any of that stuff, the credit reports, or how it scores, or like the credit, see, FICA credit scores are not, okay, I don't know what Credit Nuga is. I'm still stuck on it, whatever you're telling me about, because it's new. Okay, yeah. So I gotta check this thing out. It's like a gumball machine. But did you fill in your credit score? Happened? Did they actually have somebody marry the deal between the lender and the? Well, because if they're estimating, right? What I'll tell you what my challenges are. Let me just give you a bumper sticker version real fast. Is I got doors to knock down. This is all that I know. I don't know about this Carnuga. I'm going to look into this thing because I can't wait to check that out when I have some time. But I have to knock down the book value. These are not credit score driven. You have to have a down payment, proof of income. You got that? We go to the next step. The next step is knock down the book value on a vehicle that you're landed on, that you'd consider, that I typically tell the customer, send me 2 or 3 vehicles, especially with trucks, send me a couple that you'd consider, then I'll go to the next step, right? And that's the book value. If the book value is good, I will go to the next step and update the lender offers, because there'll be a couple offers. Like, the word approve is really a vague, loose word in this industry. Everybody's approved. Now, can we get the deal married between the lender and the dealer? So if you score on the better side, your chances are going to be increased to having more opportunity and get the dealers to take your deal. But what I mean by that is this lender, and this is for a market. This is not like tailored to this Carnuga. This is an entire market I'm talking about. There's prime market and subprime. They hold back fees from the dealer. These are called acquisition lender fees. The lender holds, so if it's, then use a fake number, 20,000, and they want $1,000 lender fee, Their net deposit is going to be 19 grand. So what I'm doing is going to the dealer and taking say, here's the deal. Do you want this deal on this unit? That's what I do. I marry the deal between the lender and the dealer. So when you're test driving, there's no surprises. There's nothing left to do. I can't wait for them to find a way to find, because I'm a rare bird, okay, in the car business. Deal that has to be finessed together between the lender and the dealer more so. It'd be interesting to see if you found some kind of an algorithm or computer program that actually does what I do. That's crazy. But I'm telling you, there's so many different tier levels. There's other things going on behind the scene. And then text me a few stock numbers. Look at trucks low to high. I hear you. I'm going to work extra hard. I promise. I love it that you have high standards too. You're like, oh, I'm not downgrading. Love it. There's a Silverado on there, a 17 that's sold. Forget that one. It's 27,635. The person just put a deposit like 10 minutes ago. I'm in a group that sells like 600 cars a month. So like it's changing, but they got other stuff coming in too. So and it's not like you're without a car. Yeah. Perfect. Rock and roll. I just talked to him.